I think the Libertarian Party was a nice experiment, but now it is essentially electorally just an asset for the Democrats. They just take a couple of points away from Republicans in states that they can win. I think it's actually been an issue in a few states, including West Virginia, where we're at now. And unfortunately, I think the direction of the Libertarian Party also kind of sucks. I think we all had a little libertarian phase that we grew out of. I think the Libertarian Party used to be angled more about loving guns, being against
legalizing prostitution,
legalizing weed.
Right,
but now it's turning into something that's anti-NATO.
Right. But this argument that the Republicans would win if not for the Libertarian Party is just not true.
In some elections, for sure, they
absolutely
have.
not true.
A couple of
didn't Jo Jorgensen didn't she have enough votes in a couple of swing states last time?
Jo Jorgensen was woke leftist.
I understand, but she ran as a libertarian candidate.
Yeah,
exactly. So in what world do woke leftists vote Republican when the Libertarian Party doesn't exist?
Oh, there you go.
I think the Libertarian Party needs to be a part of the Republican Party. Like it needs.
But the Libertarians don't like Republicans. This is the craziest thing to me. Like, you spend 10 minutes with a libertarian and you're like, these people are not Republicans. They will not vote Republican. Dude, you've got people, Austin Peterson is giving an interview and he says something about like, we don't want people selling heroin to children, and they go, boo. boo. They're not voting Republican.
But in the same vein, the Democratic Socialists of America are barely Democrats, but they're still Democrats, although they are socialists. And, you know, there's no consensus in the Democrat Party on a lot of the issues that they talk about. So just like they're a part of the Democrat Party, there needs to be
I think libertarians are more mixed than that.
The Democratic Socialists are the Democrats' version of MAGA, right?
Let me tell you what Democratic Socialism is.
The Republican Party has the MAGA
Yes, because
elements.
the Bernie voters, when they were pissed about Bernie getting the election stolen from them in the primary in 2016, a lot of them went Trump.
Right. So 9 million Democrats voted for Trump.
Right. Democratic Socialists voted for Donald Trump. I mean,
MAGA, right populist, is the insurgent force in the Republican Party, and the Democratic Socialists are the insurgent force in the Democrat Party. Libertarians don't like either of them, and it is a mistake people make when they think if the Libertarian Party didn't exist, Republicans would win. Dude, there's a reason why Dave Smith is on Fox News ragging on Trump. Not going to vote for Trump. There's a reason why there is a Libertarian Party.
Because they're electorally immature is what I would say. That's why people like Dave Smith go on Fox News and rag on people like Trump.
He doesn't like Trump?
When you are, I know, but when it comes down to it, you really have to choose between Joe Biden and President Trump.
Libertarians are less Machiavellian, though. They're not willing to vote for a lesser of two evils.
Again, you don't understand libertarians' views. Imagine this. Imagine saying, why aren't Democrats voting for Trump? Why aren't Democrats voting for Trump?
Because they think Trump's a fascist.
And this is why libertarians don't want to vote for Trump.
But do they see a difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump?
No.
That's wild. Okay, I think for people like...
It's like saying, why are Democrats voting for Joe Biden?
It's very counterintuitive, but I think he's right.
The reason why Trump wants to speak to the LP National is because he thinks there's now, I'm assuming with the Mises Caucus, there is enough, a small number that would be willing to vote for Trump. He may be able to move them. The majority of libertarians are not Republicans. Many of them are woke. Did you see what Louisiana's Libertarian Party posted? Guns for illegal immigrants? There's no way those people are voting for Republicans.
I think because libertarians can't see a difference between somebody like Joe Biden and Donald Trump is why these guys need to grow up. The whole party, the whole Libertarian Party needs to be abolished. If you can't see a difference between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, maybe that's why you guys are allergic to winning any
but again, I don't think you understand, right?
I mean, that's because
they don't win any elections.
They don't. So. They're electorally irrelevant, and they just exist to kind of run their mouths because again, they don't have to appeal to people electorally, and they could just take a couple of points away from Republicans. Well, it doesn't really matter.
Okay, once again, Elad, they are not taking points away from Republicans. The idea that Jo Jorgensen, who said, quote, it is not enough to oppose racism. What did she say? It is not enough to be anti-racist. You must, I tried to.
It's not enough to oppose racism. You must be anti-racist.
You must be actively anti-racist.
Right.
Jo Jorgensen.
It's like Ivermectin Kendi shit.
But the Mises Caucus are the
literally
people who run
woke leftism.
The Mises Caucus is who's in charge of the Libertarian Party now.
They just took over.
Yeah.
And while many of them will have a sound, reasonable debate about Donald Trump and the things that they do agree with, that's like saying Republicans agree with Joe Biden on getting rid of ATM fees that screw over the working class.
Well, you got to get rid of those ATM fees when it comes out that your son took out $1.6 million in cash from ATMs. Did you see that today?
I agree. Right. I agree.
How much time in minutes would that take?
I agree with Joe Biden. Joe Biden said the bank charging people these junk fees are screwing over the working class.
Sure.
I will never vote for that man. And the idea that because Donald Trump is likely better on guns, libertarians who are concerned that Donald Trump increased drone strikes, removed the transparency from drone strikes, authorized commando raids in places like Yemen, backed the Saudis in their strikes in Yemen, which was 100,000 dead children in Yemen, the fact that Donald Trump fired 59 Tomahawk missiles into Syria, they will not vote for that.